we'll leave those up for now. I accidentally hit that top one. Okay. So that's set. Let me just recenter my tracker because it feels a little off. Okay. That's done. Is it Wednesday? Is it? Apparently it is, Wednesday morning. I really need to readjust this. It's set up wrong. I shouldn't be having to look this far up. Would have been nice if the track IR program hadn't accidentally, well, say accidentally, if it hadn't deleted my, you know, profiles that I use. That would have been good. Oh well. Oh, I forgot something fairly important. Let's restart that engine. I fucked that up totally. Okay, there we go. While we're waiting for that, we'll go over here and we'll turn that on. That should be the only thing I need to do over here. I don't even know what I'm going to do in the MI8, to be honest. All the MiG-21 slots are taken. I could fly the 19, but I need to get more practice in this, so we may as well. Kerman. I could do that pretty easily, but we'll just do some helicopter stuff for now, I guess. Probably what we could do is just set up some EWRs, maybe some SAM sites. Close this because it's loud as fuck in here.
Does the white smoke on target location means it's neutral?
No, that just marks the location.
Okay.
I kind of want to be a dickhead. We'll start with an EWR, and we might do some air defense afterwards, unless I get tired of trying to fight this thing and end up just doing fixed wing instead. So close. I think I'm too far ahead of it.
Похоже, цели нет. Или ВРНО не работает. Меня слышно? Слышно, слышно.
I think he might be trying to talk to me, and between SRS and the fact I don't understand much, I have no clue what I'm being told or asked. Come on. Come on. I'm getting a little bit better at this. Not much, but a little bit. If I could just trim it a little easier. I need to move my stick over a bit because it's kind of awkward. Please don't land on it. Oh, 2 seconds. Come on, bro. There we go. Warbirds are, I mean, getting off the ground can be a bit challenging, but warbirds are not that difficult to fly once you're in the air. In fact, they're quite easy to fly once you're in the air. But choppers are fucking nightmares, my dudes. No, I didn't forget Max. I wasn't planning to stream today, so I figured I'd save it for, like, a proper stream. I thought I might just get on for, like, one mission, if that, but we'll see how we go. I might do it tomorrow or the day after, it really depends. I went for way longer than planned yesterday, and so it took me quite a few hours this morning to go through and look for stuff. Got a couple highlights out of it. I say highlights, they're pretty long. You know what I'm like with editing stuff. I find like 2 hours worth of footage and just don't edit it down at all. Steele's flying with his boys. Oh, he's in a MiG-19. Nice, he was in a Car 50 when I came in. I have no idea where I'm going to set this EWR up. I don't even know where our FARP is, if I'm honest. If it was about...
turn off your position lights.
Does he mean me? I don't think I've got any lights on, do I? Shouldn't have any lights on. Right, so if I head southeast. I don't think I got any lights on.
MIA, the voice I was part, turn off your lights.
Can you speak a little bit louder?
Our MIA has turned on position lights.
Mine are off, I'm pretty sure. Should all be off.
Sorry man, I can't understand what you're saying.
One of our MI8 has position lights engaged.
Yes. Alright, then he's not on comms maybe.
Mine should be off, so I don't think they're talking about me. But if they are, whatever. Pretty sure they're all off. Server's pretty jumping, by the way. There's like 30-something people on at the moment. Like I said, all the MiG-21 slots are full. All of them. Also, I gotta go through and see... So this is meant to be a Soviet-Afghan war livery. I've gotta go through and see if the crew members are something I can retexture, so I can get rid of the Russian flags. Because, you know, it's kind of not something you would see on a Soviet VVS uniform in 1985 or whatever. We hold Shahid Lake. Well, that's cool. I have no idea where that is relative to me, but... I mean, we got a road there I could follow, I guess. I still haven't found my countermeasures either, which I probably should do. They are on, I think. We'll do a test flare. Yep, they're on. So see guys, I am slowly starting to get the feel of this thing. I'm probably going to VRS myself as soon as I try and land, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. I haven't flown this off stream, by the way, so the last time I flew this was the last time you guys saw me stream it. The two crashes yesterday, when I was trying to fly it on here, were actually an ED level bug. It wasn't an issue with the MI8 itself, it was just a broad issue that rearming from FARPs would crash the game, which is incredible. Thankfully it's been fixed, but ED, in their infinite wisdom, have decided to make today's patch a hotfix patch, not an actual update patch. So all the third parties included a shit ton of updates to their modules, right? The Phase 1 update for the MiG-21 was meant to roll out, Razbam put out a shitload of updates for the Harrier, and ED just came in and said, no, it's not an update patch, it's a hotfix patch, so none of the third parties are getting their stuff updated. which is just phenomenal. Only ED could manage this, and there was like no communication whatsoever about it either. So we're gonna have to wait for the nice new MiG-21 external model and to test out my new livery. Although I think I'm gonna have some issues with Photoshop. It doesn't want to open the file properly. I realize it's probably messed up a lot of the blending options that made some of the panel lines look the way they should. So what I might have to do is kind of ask Trip if he can just overlay my paint scheme onto the template. Because if I can do all the paint work and just tell him, look, put this on there. Because unfortunately my old version of Photoshop does not play nicely with very, very large files made on newer versions of the program at all. I can't remember what the default key is. Let me just check. Right Control K. We're gonna kind of cheat. Forgive me, guys. We're gonna kind of cheat.
EWR deployed.
Step better. Step. Why is necessary to deploy another EDR?
Better coverage.
And redundancy, because I don't know about you guys, but if I was on blue right now, I'd be hunting for them.
Of course. Well, they have UH-1s, maybe they're doing the same, who knows?
Power here. To be fair, I have spoken about this before actually. On this, I think it was not this mission, it was the other, it was like Prince of Persia or something. But the mark current position on kneeboard, in a single crew member aircraft, like, you know, a MiG-21 or something, it's kind of cheaty, because if you haven't been if you haven't been navigating manually, how would you know where your current position is? But in this, because I've got, you know, the whole crew with me, I think it's kind of fair, because old mate here would be doing my navigation for me. Why focus on flying? We've got a lake there, which is presumably one of the objective lakes. There's smoke there, which means it's an objective. There's set an EWR on top of one of these mountains. Let's try and decide if I should do that ridgeline or this one. Might do this one. This one's probably got better coverage in the direction they're going to come from. We've got to remember to watch our descent rate to avoid VRS. I'll probably try and come in for a rolling stop as well instead of just coming straight down. Descending vertically in a helicopter is a bad idea. It's why it's not done if it's possible to avoid. Shit, I thought I was going to drop connection there. So we'll try and roll it out just so I don't VRS myself into a fucking mountainside. Imagine asking for picture in current year. Seals under 21. I kind of wish you could spectate on this server. I'd just like to be able to sit and watch some of the other guys fly, see what they're doing. Yeah, exactly, Warp. Exactly. I need to move my cup of tea before I knock it over. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened on stream. Right, here comes the fun part. Man, multi-crew for this thing's gonna be awesome when it arrives. Nearly. Nearly. God, I am sweating like a pig. If I could just settle. That would be nice.
Navy Seal, copy.
Seal copies.
How are we doing with the drone down?
Oh, there's another helicopter down there.
Don't know because K-50 pilots are dead.
Roger that. I thought you were flying the K-50.
Over. Well, I can tell you that one Abrams and one Chaparral are dead there.
Roger that.
And I can tell you that there's some kind of targets around the smoke towards, what's 30 degrees again? Northeast. There's two smokes. There's some targets near one of them.
Roger. Well, I'm flying the Mi-8. I was thinking about moving in some units. But if we haven't destroyed anything yet, then no point.
Oops, that's not what I want. We did it, chat. We did it. I have no fucking clue where I am. We're overlooking a town. I don't think that's an objective. There is... The lake behind us is an objective, so this is at least in a useful place. Hopefully that is giving us some useful coverage. I'm almost tempted to set up a fucking Cub site somewhere around here, but that depends on whether I can manage to do a couple more takeoffs and landings without fucking up. I also don't know if that thing has collision, and I don't want to get slapped by it as I take off. Oh, there we go. Probably not a good idea to take off directly across the fucking beam of that thing. Cook my own guts, you know. probably blow it over in real life. Yeah, well, maybe. I do like how a lot of the Soviet early warning radars of that period were basically a bunch of TV aerials stuck to a giant grid. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit, shit. Oh, we're going down, boys. We're going down. Oh, that was rude. He probably strafed my radar too, the little fuck. We have 29s available. Well then. But, you know what? We also need some Su-25 work done. Man, after all that, and I got shot down. Big sad. We do not want those. We want some more laser-guided missiles, because I am hopeless. We'll stick with the S-25s. The Kar-29s are much bigger boys, but they're heaps draggy. I'll keep the rocket pods, they might be useful. Okay. Oh, my frames down here are so bad. Even after I adjusted my settings downwards, and my... Feels like my head tracking's on the wrong profile, to be honest. It shouldn't be. It's not. I still haven't adjusted to it. It feels like in certain aircraft it just feels wrong. Like it's not properly tuned. The vertical movement is nowhere near what it should be. I'll just try and set that up now quickly. Gonna have to open SRS anyway. Huh. Well, it says it's using the same curve. Which it very clearly is not. It also hasn't saved my preset. Let's try that. 99 fucking problems. Set up my SRS while I'm tabbed out. There we go.
You copy?
We're already rearming. I think we're good. Oh, why are my frames so fucking bad on this map? Jesus Christ. Like, they're bad on Corxes, but they're even worse here. I even turned my visibility range down, it still hasn't helped much. That's the taxiway. Next one's the runway. Wonder when they're gonna fix that bug. That'd be nice, CD. So I can actually see behind me. Once I learned the IL-102 existed, I'm sad this thing was a sensible alternative. Dude, that plane is so fucking bizarre. It's actually like a World War II plane in jet form. It's just, it's so strange. So strange. The original prototype that was derived from was even more ridiculous. It had this massive fucking flat intake on the front, like the F-100 had for big suck. Except the problem was it did too big of a suck, and it sucked in all the gases from the guns firing, and flamed out the engines. Someone down the other end, I think. Try and stay left. There was something down the other end. I feel like, I don't know, my head tracking is just, something's not right. In the 21 it feels mostly okay. In the Mirage it feels mostly okay, but as soon as I jump in any of the FC3 planes or the MiG-19, it's totally wrong. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. Is it raining outside? No, it's not. Couldn't tell if that was the sound of the engines or if it was something outside. Right. Figure out where exactly we're gonna go. I might need to change my settings again and restart the game after this. It's just, it's running so fucking badly. Okay, so I want to go straight southeast, basically. Big brain Reddit takes about the F-14 second flight into hydraulic bleed out of the first set of... Yeah. Exactly. I mean, when the Hornet was in trials to be adopted by the RCAF, there was a massive fucking media circus about it. And now they don't want to get rid of their Hornets. Like, make up your fucking mind. I might need to, after, like, my next time I get shot down or whatever, I might need to restart the game. It's just running so fucking badly, I don't know why. Can we get over this mountain, please? There we go. So I turned my, render distance back down from like extreme to ultra. I used to have it on high, but then like buildings don't render even fairly close in, which is not good for ground attack. You know, I don't really do ground attack, but it's not good for it when I do it. So I'm still running without anti-aliasing, so you'd think I'd get a performance boost there. I turned my ground clutter density down since the last time I played on this map. It still runs like shit. I don't know with this fucking game. Again, it seems like the original 2.5.6, when 2.5.6 first hit, it drastically improved my performance in multiplayer, and every subsequent patch since has made it worse by like a significant margin. Like, it was bad last patch, and it's even worse this patch. It's just... I don't know, man. It's frustrating. Really frustrating. CBC docu at the time about what options do we buy. Yeah, every time there's any kind of procurement drama over any kind of military aircraft, someone will inevitably suggest reviving the Arrow, if we could even do that. Like, most of the documentation's been destroyed. It's an interceptor designed in the 1950s. Like, bruh, come on. It was a good interceptor, but come on. Like, no. Just no. I'd love to see one built for, like, the, you know, airshow display circuit or something, just as a point of, like, look what we built. But, again, you can't do it, because the fucking documentation doesn't exist anymore, so what's the point? None of the jigs exist, nothing. See, now I'm away from Shiraz, from the city. It's running a little bit better, but it's still not great. You know, I'm tempted to just do the... Oh, I can't do it anyway. Well, let me change page. I have a fair idea where I'm going. I'll be able to find it. So, they owned a small lake. Who owns Fassa and Jerome? It will not tell me who owns what. I have to wait for the mission text to come up, I guess. I mean, they might have been able to press it into the strike roll, maybe, with like a lot of stretching. But yeah, like it would have had a fairly short service life. With that said, I mean, they ran the Voodoo for how long, and the Voodoo was essentially just an interceptor. It wasn't much of a fighter, so... And they ran those as interceptors, they didn't run them as fighter bombers. Hey, Red Sea. Flying this thing is so funny. Like, I look out over the wing and look at the angle of attack, I'm like, oh, I'm climbing. And no, I'm actually descending. Thick boy. Very thick boy. That's an EWR painting me. I'm kind of on the fence whether I go hunting EWRs or I actually hit the mission objectives. I just gotta figure out what we own and what they own. I know that they own the Dry Lake, if I can find that. I think they own Jerome as well, but I'm not sure. Specific problem is that it was a weapons bay concept and those don't take well to repurposing unless you're called an F-111. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the thing though, like they might have been able to repurpose it somehow or other. It was quite a cavernous weapons bay, it was quite large, so they could have fit all kinds of fun stuff in there. It wasn't like the 106 where it was fairly small, it was quite a large bay. Plenty of people on. Plenty of people. They have. Unless it's mine. It might actually be my EWR that I'm getting painted by here. now I think about it. Although I surely would have thought that F5 would strafe it. He saw me deploy the fucking thing. Surely he would have strafed it. I would have. So they hold Salmon Lake, which is a small dried up one, or semi-dry one. We've got to see which town they own as well. Frames are still not good. They're better, but they're still not good. You know DCS multiplayer pilots? That is true. I do know them. This angle of attack, what are we at? Fucking... We're just level, and we're holding like 7 degrees AOA. Beautiful. I love it. That's 7 local. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't know where the vein is on this. And whether it is interfered with or not. Hey, Super Rotunda. You missed it. I managed to actually successfully deploy an EWR from a helicopter and then promptly got shot down. Yeah, it's not a 21. 21 slots were all full by the time I joined the server. We gotta bide our time a bit. There's one of the objectives. I can see a white smoke column. All the objectives are marked by white smoke. Did you get your Su-15 book? It's probably going to be another week or 2 before it gets here. It's on order, it's just not here yet. I mean, to be honest, we kind of need people to do some ground pounding now, so that also influenced my decision. We got a fighter radar off our front left, which is a little concerning. Because I don't know whose it is. We have the MiG-29s unlocked, so I was actually considering getting in one of them, but it's probably best that I fly this. I can always grab a 29 later if I want. Maybe. It's actually interesting to see. A lot of the guys in this server will avoid flying the MiG-29 if the MiG-21s are, you know, if there's a vacant MiG-21, they'll fly that instead. It's nice to see. I do enjoy seeing the 21 get some love. This is one of the longer missions, so we're probably not going to play through the whole mission. We're just going to hang out for a bit. That's the lake objective, so that's enemy held. We'll head for that and hopefully not get intercepted. I also don't know what they have there for air defense. My EWR is actually on the other side of this mountain, so I don't think that'll be mine that's picking me up. It'll be someone else's. There's a friendly one behind me as well, apparently. Actually, no, maybe that is mine. I just gotta try and remember which mountain I put it on. It was coming from behind me. It could be mine, or someone else has put one up there. They hold Jerome as well. So Jerome and this lake off my nose. What plane am I flying? The Su-25. The flying tank. Yeah, try to transition the computers back to utility power. Wish me luck. Good luck. Uh-oh. 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 I think we're gonna get intercepted. It's not the T version. The Su-25T is only in a couple of missions on this server, and to be honest, it shouldn't be in any of them. I don't like the Su-25T. I only fly it if I absolutely have to, like if I need to do seed work on red. The A is much more agile. You get a lot of, like the, you know, the TV's nice to have, but you get decent laser-guided weapons on this, so... Unless I'm doing seed stuff, there's not really any reason for me to fly the T. That is really not good news. Someone coming my way. Possibly multiple someones. Oh shit, yeah. 189 for 30. We'll try and get under this ridge. I don't want to jettison my weapons, but I might have to. Now it's telling me it doesn't see anything nearby. It must be just on the other side of this. We'll poke our head up. $255 for 22. They have an EWR down there somewhere. AWACS, please. AWACS, please do not leave me in the dark. We might just have to hope for the best. I can't be flying around in circles looking for fighters. I don't have the fuel. We're right next to the objective, so we may as well try and get rid of some of these missiles, so if I do get bounced, I'm a little lighter at least. I'll try and spot their fucking vehicles. Oh shit, he's really close. Oh my god, why are you doing this, laser? Still gotta rebind that. I kill it? Don't know. Shit. Mistakes were made. Big mistakes were made. Oh, my game nearly froze on me too. That was helpful. Get rid of the rockets. Did I even get any ground units? No, I fucking didn't. Well, I was inside minimum range for the 25s, so I figured it was worth trying. It was not worth trying. That was a terrible fucking idea. I don't think I'm gonna have the power to go around for another pass. I'm barely able to hold this thing as it is. This is why I don't really do ground attack. I'm terrible at it. Hopefully that fires out. Looks like it might be. I'll watch my airspeed. What is explosion radius? I know, right? I landed a fucking Ha-25 right on that Abrams. Well, it was an Abrams, that's probably the problem, but, like, I landed a missile right on it. No result. No fucking result. Ultra noob, but is there a way to drop from what pilot you want? What do you mean? Shows the game is based on precision-guided bombs from the start. Or ED are just fucking lazy. Or both. I mean, we know they pander to the MFD brigade, that's common knowledge, but yeah. Okay, we got a unit over there. 2 units, actually. Could you fucking stabilize, please? I think there's one closer to me as well. Okay, I think we got him. Yep, we did, thank fuck. Another Abrams. Oh, please, please don't sink on me. We hit him. Don't know if we killed him. Oh, I can jettison my weapons, yeah. I have just enough engine power to keep flying, so we're gonna try and actually kill shit. This is a really dumb idea and I don't recommend it, but you guys know what I'm like. Stupid ideas are my favorite thing. We got such a bad yaw tendency because of the asymmetrical thrust. I think we're also damaged on one wing, so we've got quite a bit of drag off of it. Get rid of these missiles and it should lighten us up just enough to limp. Maybe not home, I don't know if we got fuel to limp home, but we can at least limp to friendly territory and punch out. Trying to fucking find Abrams in this place is a nightmare. I don't know if we got him, I don't think we did. This is the other problem, they're fucking tanks, so you know, they're really hard to actually kill. Oh, something's flaring above me, that's never a good sign. That's a pivads. Oh shit. No, no. We're dead. Probably should have singled those out first for killing. Well, we'll try it again. You know what? This time I'm not going to bring any rockets, because rockets were a bad idea. They encouraged me to do stupid things. We'll take more guided missiles. Because, you know, what could go wrong? These are really heavy though, so it might not be... we'll do it. We'll do it. This frame rate. That's why, like, there are multiple reasons I don't like Persian Gulf, but this is probably the main one. That's lower than my usual settings, and it's still running terribly. No, I know the rocket's a signature weapon, but I'm terrible at using them. Because it makes me fly into something I shouldn't. We're not attacking infantry or anything. Like, this is the thing, we're just killing vehicles. If we were attacking infantry positions or something, or light-skinned vehicles, I'd probably bring rockets. What about S-24s? I mean, I've got S-25Ls. Same sort of thing, just these are laser-guided. Hey, Josh. Yeah, it is massive firepower. It's a bit overkill, to be honest, but we'll see how we go. The jettison in the FC3 modules, it'll jettison from the... So, the way it works is it'll jettison air to ground first, then air to air, and it'll jettison from the outside in. So, for instance, if I was to hit the jettison button, it'd start dropping everything but the R60s from the outer pylons into the inners. And then, once I've got rid of all my air to ground stuff, it'll drop the R60s. So, for instance, when I empty my rocket pods, if I am carrying rocket pods, when they're empty, I have them on my outboard pylon so I can just punch them off and get rid of the weight. Yes, I was warp. I got shot down. I was on one engine and then a PIVADS murdered me. Brant has given me the task of building the town one company has held for 3 days unsupported under constant Yugo attacks. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know if we're even going to get off the ground with this loadout, to be perfectly honest with you guys. PIVADS, yeah, the Vulcan M163. Yeah, it always gets rid of the air-to-ground ordnance first, which is handy to know in the Su-25, because if you get attacked, once you punch off the air-to-ground weapons and you've just got the R60s, this thing actually turns really well. You can, you know, outfight F5s with this, as long as they're silly enough to turn with you. Oh, I've got to reset my radio. I forgot. Give me a moment, guys. I do apologize for the choppy frames. At the moment, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I was going to restart the game, but we'll see. If I restart the game, then it's kind of a hassle to get back into my slot. Someone else might take it again. And I shouldn't have to, like, this is the thing, I shouldn't have to turn my settings down this much. I've been using the same settings for over, you know, a year and a half now, and suddenly I need to start turning them down. ED have fucked something up. Like, the game is more unoptimized than usual, I feel, over the past month. It was really good at the start of the year. It was really, really good. And, like, when 2.5.6 first came out, it ran beautifully for me. And it's just got worse and worse with every patch again. We'll stay on the left side just in case the 21s are trying to take off from the other end. It's like the server's starting to thin out a bit. Oh my god, we're so outnumbered. I might jump into 29 next. Because I need the better radar to work with against this.
Server, com check.
Loud and clear. Yeah, it carries more stuff, but it's also considerably slower and more vulnerable. Also, the Su-17 has a TV right from the get-go. Or at least the M3 and M4 do. Those are designed to include it. It's not like this where it's kind of cludged into the aircraft. Australian internet problems. At least it dropped right after I took off. It could have been worse. If I'd been flying for 20 minutes when that happened, I'd be very angry. We need 25s, but we need more air cover as well. We're so outnumbered. fuck it. We'll go back to air to ground later once we get some more cap. We really need more people. Oh. Slots not spawning me in. Hello? I might have to fly all the way out from Kerman. No. Can't fly those. Oh, someone's run us out of MiG-29s already. Okay, excellent. Well, never mind. Never fucking mind. We are apparently out of MiGs. So I'm gonna go back to the Su-25. That's annoying. If any of you have the MiG-21 and feel like providing some cap, I would very much appreciate it. Because otherwise, we are going to lose this one. Don't know what happened, the teams were even when I jumped in. I guess a whole bunch of people disconnected all at once. Let's have Russian ground attack with longer range weapons. I mean, if you get into longer range weapons, then you're basically basically into the realm of standoff weapons, which are a bit much for DCS, I think. Mind you, Blue do have things like the J-Sow, so I guess it's not totally like, it makes sense, but I don't know what you give them. I guess people are just going to say, oh, well, you have the Jeff, even though the Jeff's not technically Red 4. It does at least have some long-range ground attack weaponry. Cannot believe how badly this game runs. Like I said, every patch since the original 2.5.6 patch has just been getting worse and worse for me. I really don't understand how AD manage it. And Persian Gulf is the worst map for it. Every time I play on here, it runs like absolute garbage. Loud and clear. Su-24 would be nice to have. Very nice to have. I don't know if we'll get an official one though, because ED will just use the we can't do it because it's still in service excuse. And by the same token, the mod Su-24, which looks really, really nice, is a mod, so it's not really going to get much use on multiplayer, I feel, especially PvP servers. Because to join a multiplayer server with mods, everyone who joins has to have the same mods, otherwise they can't play on that. And as well as that, I don't know about the Su-24 that's in the works. It looks really good, but I mean the Skyhawk looks really good too until you start trying to take it outside of its narrow role of ground attack and you realize its damage model is ridiculous. As in, like, it blows up if you sneeze on it, but it also has like a really ropey flight model. The stall behavior is very scripted and it's very hard to actually initiate a stall in it. ED claim that they can't do any modern stuff because the Russian Ministry of Defense says no. Like, they literally told them, you can't do it and you're a Russian company, so too bad. But there's also, like, I've heard it could also be because the companies themselves have heard about ED's reputation and don't want to have anything to do with them. It's probably a bit of both, to be honest. Also a Su-17 mod, I might have to check that out, although I'd imagine it probably uses this thing's cockpit or something. Like, there are some interesting mods out there for DCS, but again, they're just... For someone who only plays really PvP on multiplayer, I don't have much use for them because I'm never going to get the chance to play with them. Or they're just going to be, you know, not suitable for a PvP environment. What about the Car 50 rework? I guess they figured since it was already out there, they could do it. I should also note that, relatively speaking, the Car 50 was kind of a white elephant. They didn't build very many and it was in quite limited service. I mean, it is in service and it led to the Car 52, but it's still kind of a
magic
novelty almost.
Bumble, do you copy?
Yeah, we're outnumbered. The server might end up emptying before I can actually do anything. Seems like it was really full when I joined, and it's also... Oh, sorry, it's already emptied. Like it's been less than an hour. Me24P also coming? Yeah, it is. But, you know, that's Soviet era. I don't think there's any secrets left in that thing. It's been that widely exported. The Americans have had Me-24s of their own for that long. I mean, the Su-24's an old jet too. It's been in service for a very long time, but because it's still in active service, widespread active service, they probably find a reason. You know? No, it has a SPO 15, but it's in the back seat. The pilot has it. And it's mounted from memory quite high on the canopy, like hanging down from the top frame. Also, I'm not aware if there even are Me-24Ps with MFDs or anything in them. Like, they're old helicopters. They're quite old helicopters. I mean, part of the idea of the Car 50 was that it was meant to replace the Mi-24, but it just hasn't. And then the 28 came in as well because the Car 50 wasn't viable as a large-scale production item. It's just too complex. We're getting the option to carry it. I mean, like, that's the thing, the MiG-23 we're getting, it's not in Iraqi ML, but it's got the options for an Iraqi ML. So we'll have the SPO 15 as an option in the mission editor, like the SPO 2 is for the MiG-19. And we'll also have the option for the Iraqi ASO2 pod modification, I think. But to be honest, for the kind of environment that the MiG-23 is optimized to perform in, you don't actually need a really Gucci radar warning receiver. Because, you know, you have very strict ground control, so the angles from which you can be shot at by a missile are kind of, you know, more predictable, I guess, I would say. Try and find that Vulcan straight away this time. It's probably going to be a fairly short stream today. I'm pretty tired. I'm most likely going to fall asleep in a couple hours, so I just figured I'd get on for a little while. I wanted to get on while the server was populated, but you can see how well that's worked out. I was also hoping that the Phase 1 update for the MiG-21 would be out already, but again, it hasn't happened because ED basically fucked over their third parties. They told pretty much all the third parties as the patch was releasing, oh, by the way, it's just a hotfix patch, not an update patch. So Razbam included a shitload of fixes and updates for the Harrier. None of them are going through. The MiG-21 update isn't coming through, just a couple of minor fixes, if anything. Like, ED just absolutely fucked the third parties on this. And of course, people are going to blame the third parties for it because they don't know any better. This is the problem with working with ED, and this is why I can understand when third parties for other sims say, no, we don't want to touch DCS at all. And I'm surprised that the third parties we have actually stuck with the game. You know, I'm really genuinely surprised they put up with this shit for so long and haven't walked yet, because I would be very tempted to. I think that's our target over there. Just have to hope we don't get F5'd. And before Microprose buys ED, that would actually be probably a good thing. Coming from over there. Their airfield's in that direction, I think, so that's probably someone that's just coming straight from their airfield at me. We are outnumbered. We need more reds, badly. Blue actually seem to be outnumbering red quite a bit lately on here, which is the reverse of what things usually are like. Blue have also been coordinating, which is unusual for them. And I think they've picked up some experienced players, like Nellis is playing on blue a lot, and he actually knows what he's doing. And he shares my aggressive spirit. Like, he will fuck with airfields. He will not do it in a way that gets himself banned, but he will fuck with airfields. So we gotta be careful now, because some of the blues have kind of, you know, manned up a bit. Probably guys at Microprose. You not touching that code with a 10-foot stick? Yeah, tell me about it. Afraid EA will buy ED and make it even worse, turn DCS into Hawks. Honestly, EA would probably even be an improvement at this point. Like, no shit. I think Gandalf's a bit of an idiot. He can't be any more of an idiot than Molly. Dog. I mean, Molly's getting old now, so she's probably not quite as withered as she used to be, but she was never that bright. Do a barrel roll? Are you fucking serious with this loadout? No. No, I'll do one after I get rid of all this shit. Not doing it now. Why? What did she do? Oh, so many things. She's just not very smart. Not very well coordinated either. She tends to crash into things a lot or fall off of moving vehicles. Thankfully not moving quickly enough to hurt her, but she's just... not really a brainiac. Don't worry, airframe stress isn't a thing. No, but stalling is. Like, I'm so draggy with this loadout, the moment I try and roll inverted, I'm just gonna go straight into the ground. Nearly there. Had to rescue Gandalf from the top of the fence for the 4th time now because he climbs up and then can't climb down again. Molly tries to, like, because she's a Kelpie, right? She's a working dog. She tries to herd up the alpacas, which is a really bad idea. The alpacas do not like being herded up. So she's nearly been trampled a couple times. She routinely well... When we had our Drake, Jimmy, he used to bully her, so she'd get bullied by a duck routinely. The cats bully her as well. She falls off the back of the quad because she tries to jump off of it while it's moving and misses. She ties herself up all the time, like with a chain when she's at her kennel, because, you know, when she's not actually around us, she has to be on a chain, otherwise she will try and herd up the alpacas and they'll probably try and trample her. So she ties herself up all the fucking time. She also routinely flips a food dish over and dumps it all in the dirt and then can't find it. What are we talking about? My genius of a dog. What fighter is this? This is not a fighter, this is the Su-25. This is a ground attack aircraft. I mean, once I get rid of all these thick boys, it can actually fight reasonably well at low speed. It's just not very fast. I'll try and spot where that Vulcan is. It's a fighter if you try hard enough. I mean, I've shot down F5s and Sabres with this thing. And I've been shot down with it when I've been flying the F5 myself. And this is why I wish that the game ran well enough to turn my graphics settings all the way up and turn the render distance all the way up, because I can't tell what's a fucking building and what's a ground unit until I'm way too close. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, it didn't save my lays. Well, we hit it. I've seen people shoot down helicopters and slow-moving jets, like taking off and landing with the Car 50 with the Vickers. 014 for 35. Fuck. We gotta get rid of these missiles quickly. I'm gonna get rolled. I got rolled. That would have been an F5. I got pilot sniped, actually. Because there goes my jet. Motherfucker. Oh, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm not doing ground strike while we have no effective cap. I'm not putting up with that shit. Oh, this map runs so fucking badly. Why does it run so badly? Gives me the shits. GPU working properly, good temps and stuff? I don't know. I presume so. What is the RSBN here? Is there an RSBN here? No, there is not. Happy days. Okay. Persian Gulf, I saw from time to time it uses all the VRAM and the FPS drops to like 10, 20, 30 FPS in cockpit mode. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, this map is just so unoptimized. Like, Caucasus has its moments, but this is always really, really low frame rate. Especially around the cities. I mean, it's probably because the cities on this map tend to be bigger and have more buildings in them than the ones in Caucasus, but Jesus Christ. It's so bad. Unfortunately, there's no external views on here, so I can't see if that's the problem. Like, I can't switch to F2 and see if my frame rate improves. But, like, I'm running lower settings than I have been for the past week or so, and it's still worse. It just seems no matter what I do, it always ends up somehow finding a way to run worse than it already was. Am I going to... No, I'm not going the wrong way. There we go. I will say, last patch, my frame rate halved. In single player, just flying around single player, you know, free flight, my frame rate went from 150 to like 70. So, whatever ED has done in the last patch or two has really fucked me over. Like I said, it drastically improved with 2.5.6 initial release, and it's just got really bad ever since. Like, really, really bad. And it's so frustrating. What's your favorite plane? This one in the game. It's the most fun. Definitely the most fun, by a long way. It's not even the graphics, it's just that the game is like horribly unoptimized. There are games which have, you know, better graphics than this, which run a lot better. There's a lot of unnecessarily high resolution textures, there's a lot of stuff that renders when it shouldn't. Like, it's just a very poorly optimized game. Lazy man's autopilot. Let's tab out real quick just to check something. DCS is using so much of my PC's resources right now. 13 gigabytes of memory and 50% of my CPU. But there's nothing else running that's really taking up much, so I don't know why it's running so badly even with that. It's just frustrating. I might have to fucking restart the game after this flight. We'll see. Just means that I'm gonna have to waste several minutes doing it. I don't know if it's gonna fix it. Oh, it's like I've seen it use more than 20. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM because I play this game. Multiplayer is almost unplayable unless you have at least 16. Like I said, it's really horribly optimized. Like, DCS is a great game when it works, and it has a lot of good features about it, but, like, you better be prepared for a lot of frustration playing this. There's just no reason for it to run this badly, at all. Say you can play single player and low graphics on an i3. I mean, I don't know, maybe. I've never tried it. But single player, I'll be real with you, single player is pointless. Like, the AI is so bad that unless you do air-to-ground stuff, like if you want to do air-to-air stuff and do dogfighting, the AI is terrible. It's not worth it. They just fly in infinite vertical loops. The AI don't use flight models, not proper ones. The AI is basically always computed to be able to avoid the ground and avoid you getting on its tail. So they'll just pull engine power out of nowhere that their aircraft shouldn't have to avoid stalling, and they'll just go up into the vertical infinite, you know, over and over again, infinitely, basically. What do you got for a CPU? 4570, I think. If you put exclamation mark specs in chat, it'll come up with what my PC's got in it. Like, it's not a supercomputer or anything, it's quite old, it needs an update, but this game should not run this badly. It really shouldn't. Trying to stress out my new PC, stuff like R6 Siege on Ultra Warzone, like, yeah, whatever, here's your triple digit FPS. DCS, hold my beer, yeah, I know, right? See, now my frames are a little better. Now I'm further away from Shiraz. It seems to be as soon as I get anywhere near Shiraz, my frame rate just takes a massive dump. Which again is because this is a horribly unoptimized map. I really don't like Persian Gulf. I really intensely dislike this map. And unfortunately for me, Alpen's putting a lot more missions on it. And they're quite long missions too. Cool, now the EWR's not talking to me. See, it's pretty smooth now. We may have lost our... oh no. We do have, still have an EWR, it's just not talking to me. Head west, I guess. That's where they seem to be. Radar back there. It's reasonably close. Probably an EWR, or it might be like a fighter in the hills, but as long as it's not too close, we should be okay. That's the lake I was hanging around in Su-25, so I know they're occasionally going there, but we'll head this way. I think we've got a lake over here I can at least patrol over. Maybe catch some of their ground attack aircraft. Return the favor. That'd be quite nice. Flight 4 for 90. 094 for 45, huh? Back behind me. AWACS, please. Or EWR, please, rather. Oh, it's another 21. Fucking scared the shit out of me. 2245. Like 345. Oh, sorry, 35. Our detection range on the radar is 30 kilometers, so we aren't going to see him just yet, even if he's high enough to pick up. It's 25 for 30. Nothing. Oh, my kingdom for a GCI. Oh, don't fade. Yes. He doesn't know. Well, he should know. If he has his RWR on, he should know. Splat! Bye-bye. It's an F5. See another spec behind me? No, I don't. It's one of our... I think that's our town there. Pretty sure. Something off my nose. That might be the air defense over their objective. Not sure. Come on, EWR. Talk to me, buddy. I wish someone would make a force feedback base that's compatible with a Warthog, like, and was actually affordable. I would snap that shit up so fast. You have no idea. Because I fly the older planes, force feedback is almost, like, a must. It's really hard to get a feel for the aircraft without it. My flying would be so much better in this and the Spitfire and all the other Warbirds and Cold Warbirds If I had force feedback. For 90. It's coming in from their base. Do I have the fuel? Not really. Oh shit, they took the other lake as well. We need guys doing air to ground, but as soon as I switch to air to ground, I've got no fucking air cover, so rip. Yeah. I know they have, like the one that's used in the American Cold War stuff, the Phantom and such. See, my eventual plan for this is to use my actual MiG-21 stick. I'm going to rewire that to use, but I've got to, like, that's a long-term project. I've got quite a lot of work to do before I can do that. Oh, hello. I wonder if that's Pixie. Yeah, I got a MiG-21 stick. It's not from Abyss, it's from a PFM, so it's missing the radar lock thumb button, which is going to be a little inconvenient, but... Hey! Wasn't Coke, thanks for the resub, man. Thank you very much, I appreciate the support. But yeah, it's sitting behind me, when I'm not flying. Remind me when I'm on the ground next, I'll show you. I'll full screen the camera and I'll show you. Oh, this thing is so annoying to trim now. Like, it's probably more realistic, I guess, but it's annoying as fuck. Let's get rid of the inner pylons. A little less drag. Hello? EWR, please. Might not be any coverage down here. 204 for 12. And now it goes silent on me again. Fuck. See another smoke trail. I didn't see anything flying towards me. Like, he was right on top of me, but I don't see anything. And everyone else is spamming the AWAC, so I'm not going to hear him or the EWR, so I'm not going to hear him anyway. Because he's not going to reply. I wish that there was a way to set the in-game AWAC/EWR response so it only, like, it'll prioritize somebody within, say, 10 kilometers of an enemy aircraft, and it won't reply to anyone else, it'll just ignore them. The only saving grace is he doesn't appear able to see me either, otherwise I would be dead by now. Smoke trail behind me. Very, very faint. I'm probably not going to regain sight of him though, because he went behind a hill. I definitely saw a smoke trail. Just gotta figure out where the fuck it went. Where did he go? Let's check behind. Oh, no, nothing on radar. I thought I saw something. Nothing behind. Gonna need to RTB soon. I'm getting low on fuel. Relatively speaking. That's friendly. Oop. Big lag spike. Might have been his smoke I saw. It's hard to tell. Yeah, there is a Harrier. The AV-8B Night Attack version. There's also a Sea Harrier that's going to be made in the future. I'm not turning around for that guy, he's too far out. I really need to head back to Shiraz. The issue is, I'm going to have fun trying to land at Shiraz because as soon as I get within probably 100 kilometers of it, my frame rate's going to drop to single digits again. Just Persian Gulf things. See, 50 kilometers, if I had a little more fuel or I was a little closer to home, I'd go for it. How come I couldn't find the Harrier in the modules? Did you make sure you scrolled through each page? There's several pages of them. It should be listed as AV-8B Night Attack. Or something to that effect. Three pages, I thought there was more than that. Ah yes, now AWACS will not tell me where my home base is, because why would it do that? We need some altitude so I can actually see it. How easy is that to fly with the Harrier? If you fly it like a normal plane, probably not that difficult. If you fly it with vertical takeoff and landing, very difficult. There's the other lake objective, which is also held by blue at the moment. So Shiraz should be at the other end of that lake off my nose, I think. We'll just fly this way, we should see it eventually. Just concerned that somebody's going to try and roll up behind me while I'm heading back home. Because I'm kind of defenseless at the moment. I don't have enough fuel. For a start. The Hornet does a lot more than the MiG-21. Like, if you like modern stuff, the Hornet's really good, because it does basically everything. But if you like the feeling of actually, like, because the Hornet's got fly-by-wire, it's quite easy to fly. And it will stop you from doing stupid things that would kill you in another plane. Whereas if you enjoy flying a real, you know, lively machine that will stall and spin and do things that you don't tell it to sometimes, this is the go. This has some ground attack capability, but it's obviously best used for air-to-air. Like, the MiG-21's very limited in what it can do, because it's an old plane, right? It's a very small, old plane. But if you have somebody, say, GCIing for you, you can take down modern aircraft with this. You've just got to ambush them. The Hornet will let you nosedive, but, like, it is very difficult to stall. And it will usually recover itself from... I don't think I've ever seen someone intentionally spin one without battle damage. It's very difficult to put it into a spin, and it usually recovers itself. You can take battle damage, and the fly-by-wire system will, like, compensate for it. Like, the Hornet is really, really fucking easy to fly. Pom would. Yeah, Pom can do it to demo it, but he won't do it deliberately. Usually. Like, if you want... Here's the thing, if you're planning on only getting 1 or 2 modules and you want to try everything DCS has to offer, I would probably recommend the Hornet, just because you can do literally everything DCS has to offer. This can't air-to-air refuel, this doesn't have any guided air-to-ground weapons other than the Grom, which isn't really that... It's not really... It's a beam-riding air-to-ground missile, like it rides your radar beam to the ground. It's not a precision weapon. You've got no beyond visual range combat capability in this, your radar is very limited. So the MiG-21's a very limited plane, but it's very rewarding, whereas the Hornet does everything, but it's very easy. Like, you know, you don't... you can learn to be good in the Hornet too, it's not like you can be brainless and successful in it, well, kind of. But it is pretty easy to pick up. Pretty much the most involved stuff you're going to learn in the Hornet is the systems management, so, you know, managing the radar, the weapon systems, stuff like that. It's a lot of, you know, multifunction displays and scrolling through pages of text and stuff in the cockpit, whereas this is old-fashioned switches, buttons, and gauges. And like I said, not capable systems-wise, but very capable in terms of just raw power. This thing's, like, a lot of fun to fly. And if you get into close combat against a MiG-21 and you underestimate it, it will fucking ruin your day. Like, this thing's really dangerous in close. The F-16 is totally unfinished. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad for how quickly it was released. It was terrible when it released, but it's been fixed, mostly. But it's going to be another year minimum before that thing's even close to finished. I mean, the Hornet is, what, 3 years old now? And it's still not finished either. The Hornet's got about another year's worth of work left in it before it's complete. So, I wouldn't buy the F-16 unless you really, really, really love the F-16 and specifically want to fly the F-16, because it just doesn't have many features at the moment. Like, there is a lot missing from it. Okay, we're basically home, so we can throttle off the power a bit. Start descending. My frame rate is already in the toilet. Thank you, DCS. When I say unfinished, I don't mean it's missing 1 or 2 things. I mean it's missing almost everything. When it came out, it was even worse. When it came out, it didn't even have a damage model. So it was the only way you could kill it was to shoot the pilot in the head. Even if you flew it if you flew it directly at the ground, it would blow up. But if you like flew into the ground and skipped along it on your belly, you wouldn't take damage. You could just keep doing that forever. Like I said, they fixed that, but it kind of shows the state that it's in. It's very, very, very unfinished. It was amusing, unless you were the guy that was getting shot at by an F-16 and you literally could not damage it in return. People were flying that thing in gunfighting servers just because they knew that there was almost no chance they'd get killed. Unless somebody made a very accurate shot into the pilot's head. You straight up couldn't kill it. Like, that's not me exaggerating. You could not kill it. The aircraft itself didn't take damage. Yeah, this is the MiG-21 BIS. I'm kind of hoping that in the future we get a MiG-21 F-13 or something as well. Just because if any aircraft in this game deserves 2 variants in the game, it's the MiG-21. The most produced and one of the longest serving supersonic aircraft ever built. The last MiG-21? Yeah, the MF has a different cockpit. All the videos of the Czech sim pits made of actual MiG-21s, they're all MFs. The last Soviet-built MiG-21 was the MiG-21 BIS. This was a 1972 upgrade, designed to kinda sort of update it to the point where it could kinda sort of fight an F-16A. The most recent MiG-21 variant in general is probably either the Indian MiG-21 Bison or the Romanian Lancer. The Lancers, I think, are built on the basis of a MiG-21 MF. I think the Bison is built on the basis of a MiG-21 BIS. There's a bit of a crosswind here, I think. Quite a crosswind, actually. That's the parachute scraping, not the plane. Yeah, that is a hell of a crosswind, holy fuck. The parachute just weathercocked me almost off the runway. I usually don't like parking on the runway to rearm, but we'll do it here just because I kind of don't give a fuck. And there's not many people on red at the moment, so it shouldn't be an issue. you think the Harrier or the MiG is a better choice? It depends what you want to do. For me, it's the MiG. I had the Harrier, but I've barely ever flown it. I still don't know how to do anything with it. I like the Harrier as a plane, but the version we have is very modern. It has a glass cockpit. It's one of the American variants. If we had the original British Sea Harrier, I'd probably fly it a lot more. We are getting it, but that's probably several years away. For me, the 21 is just better than anything else in the game right now. It's so fun to fly. But there's a lot of people who hate this thing. Like, I can't recommend you an aircraft. You have to know what you're interested in. If you like old-fashioned stick and rudder skills, real fast-paced, tense combat at close range, like, you know, grab the enemy by the belt and knee him in the nuts, this is a good plane for it. If you don't like having to deal with all these switches and, like, this is more this is less intimidating than it looks. You just turn most of them on. So, like, there's a lot in here, but it doesn't take long to learn. I learnt this in about 2 hours, and by then I'd memorized the startup procedure for it. But if you're into ground attack, I wouldn't really recommend this. It has some ground attack weapons, and they're fun ground attack weapons, because, you know, you get lots of rockets and dumb bombs and things, but if you're into, like, precision guided ground attack, you want an A-10 or a Harrier or a Hornet, basically. Thanks for the follow, Default Face. MiG-35 is what I want. It's not going to happen, most likely. We would be lucky to get a full fidelity MiG-29A, and if we do, it won't be ED that does it, it might be Razbam. There's virtually zero chance we'll ever get a MiG-35. And the MiG-35 is just a land-based MiG-29K anyway. It's basically kind of a half modernization. They skimped on a lot of stuff, like it doesn't have an ESA radar. So it's still got quite old avionics in it. Russia does that a lot. They'll kind of half upgrade something when they could have taken the most capable version already and then upgrade that. They don't. They upgrade something less capable, and it's very bizarre. And it almost makes you wonder if there's some, like, pork barreling or money laundering going on. But yeah, like, the MiG-35... No, it's not happening. Doesn't have thrust vectoring, by the way. The 29 OBT does, but the 35 doesn't. That was another cost-saving measure. And to be honest, like, I want more modern Red 4 stuff, but when I say more modern, I want Soviet-era stuff. I want a full-fidelity MiG-29A, and I want a full-fidelity Su-27S or Su-27P, with no MFDs, no R-77s, none of that stuff. Which, you know, a lot of people violently disagree with, but I just find the older planes more fun to fly and more interesting, so... If I wanted to, play fucking asteroids from 40 nautical miles, I'd do that. I wouldn't launch DCS to do it. Pretty much all of the older aircraft are full fidelity, like old aircraft. All the World War II planes are full fidelity. This is full fidelity, the F5 is full fidelity. It's only really, like, the non-full fidelity ones are the Su-25, both versions of it, the MiG-29, the Su-27, Su-33, and the F-15C. Oh, and the A-10A. The A-10C is full fidelity. Su-35? Yeah, the Su-35 is a very, very, very modernized Su-27 airframe with thrust vectoring. The MiG-35 is just a kind of half upgraded MiG-29K. It's intended mostly for export to keep... The thing is, the MiG-35 is mostly to keep Mikoyan alive as a design bureau, because Sukhoi have been dominating the fighter scene for so long that Mikoyan don't really have much left. They used to be the chief Soviet fighter design bureau. You know, they designed all the Soviet Union's fighters pretty much right up until the Su-27 became a thing. So Mikoyan are kind of doing what they can to keep their head above water, and that happens to just be... The MiG-29K contract was kind of... I feel like that was them being thrown a bone more than anything. And then on top of that, they built the 35 with hopes to export it. Because Sukhoi is just dominating the domestic market. The VVS, well, sorry, VKS, as it is now designated, is not really interested in the MiG-29 airframe anymore. Not sure how much radar coolant I have left. Lazy man's autopilot. Yeah, there are some World War II servers, but not very many. DCS isn't really likely to be a World War II sim for quite a while. Like I said, there's some aircraft, but there's just not enough to take people away from the IL-2 series. So, if you want something you can play anywhere, take the Hornet. Because this is, like, I've taken this thing in modern servers, I've killed Hornets with this. Like, plenty of Hornets with this. But you have to have a good GCI, because it like, the radar's not very good and it's hard to see outside. So you need a good GCI to guide you onto targets, which Warp here does very well. And you need to typically catch them by surprise, and then engage them in close combat where you have an advantage. Even then it's dangerous, because the Hornet has things like the AIM-9X, so they can look at you and shoot you from, like, almost beside you. You know, but if you want to fight on equal terms, really the only place for it is somewhere like this, or Lazy Seal's server. Cold War servers, pretty much. Late Sukhoi variants are not very friendly for third world countries, so 21st century MiG-21 aka 35 makes sense. Well, I hope it works out, because I hope Mikoyan does stay alive as a design bureau. But, like, they've been in kind of a really bad shape basically since the Soviet Union collapsed. Arguably since before that, when Sukhoi managed to kind of take over. Streaming since before 7 AM local time. I haven't slept. My sleep cycle's totally fucked up at the moment. I've been awake since, I want to say like 5:30, 6 p.m. last night. 133 for 40. I'm hoping he's high enough to grab on radar, but I very much doubt it. And no, I'm probably not going to get any other calls from BWR. Blame it on Corona. I can't. My sleep cycle's always been fucked. Like, ever since I was a kid, I just have not been able to sleep very well. I mean, this isn't helping. I've lost track of what fucking day it is, but... it is not a new problem, put it that way. Come on, EWR. Bruh. Please talk to me. There's an objective. That white smoke down there. I'd really like to come across a nice, juicy, easy target. Like a fucking A10. Juicy and easy. We just turned them into one word. Why not? I can't speak, apparently. Is it Tuesday there? No, it's Wednesday. No, I don't have the NS 430. I have no use for it. $138 for 8? Bruh. He's right fucking in front of me. Why can't I... oh, right there. Oh, I can't see him. He's here, but I can't see him. Oh, no. I had him. Right there. It's a big one. He just ejected. Cool. I'm glad he was not paying attention, otherwise he could have just rolled me there. $193 for 50. He was so close, I thought I lost him in the ground clutter, but no, I did manage to lock him, I just didn't notice until too late. Well, here's the thing. First of all, the NS 430 costs money. I'm not paying fucking money for a virtual GPS. Second of all, they didn't have GPS in the time frame this server's set, so it's basically fucking cheating. Third of all, it is very unaesthetic to have a fucking GPS in a MiG-21. And fourth of all, I do actually prefer trying to rely on visual navigation. And the RSBN. Like, it will be a cold day in hell before I buy the NS 430, honestly. And even if I had it, I wouldn't use it. Holy fuck. Where are they all coming from? I almost wonder if one of these might be a helicopter. AWACS, please. Please? Fucking useless. Absolutely useless. bro. I don't care about the shit 160 fucking kilometers away. There's something here. I need to know where it is. Seriously? There he is. Oh, overshot. Come on, radar. Oh my god. Seems finicky. 235 for 29, so there's two things here. Come on. Gives me a fucking merge call, doesn't tell me anything else. Oh my lord, come on! Where the fuck is this guy? $130 fucking kilometers. Like fucking hell. There's something right on top of me and he won't tell me it's there. I know there's at least two of them here. At least two of them. I don't know what they are, though. Probably at least one F5. Might be a vegan. I'm gonna be low on fuel soon. Holy fuck, this EWR is useless. And my own radar's not much better. Coming out of their base, but oh, right there, right there. Please stay at that altitude, my dude. Nope, contact faded. Contact fucking faded. He's over there. I don't know where exactly, but he's over there. Oh, come on. He must be low. Like he probably passed behind a hill or something. That or he's very high and he passed above my radar search pattern, but I doubt that. I don't know why he'd be that high on here. $225 for 9. 1500. How do I still not see him? How the fuck do I still not see this guy? Right there. Out of flares. There's 2, I think. Please miss. Okay, that's an F5. Hopefully he's out of missiles. If he's out of missiles, I've got something to work with. Oh. Tag my wing. Nice one, bro. Nice one. Well, he just killed himself. Hit my left wing pretty good. There's a friendly over there, right in front of me. 215 for 15, huh? Oh, she's trying to roll out from under me. What a year. Probably a... No, that's a Vigan. And I'm not sure he sees me. Might not have the energy to get him. No, it won't. But he's going to reverse right in front of me. One hit. Is it going to take 2? No, I think he's ejected. Maybe. No, he hasn't. There we go. Catch that, dickhead. Boom. Right, I need to RTB, because I can't really dogfight with this amount of damage on the aircraft. It's trying to roll out left under me. So we're just going to haul ass home. Should be about northwest from here. Oh, you're kidding. Fuck is fucking me? Something's locking me up, but I don't know what. And I got no countermeasures left. smoke trail behind me. I think I might... Oh, yep, I'm getting followed. Fuck. Have I got flight controls? No, I don't. Ugh. No, it was a fucking F5. There was another MiG-21 right on top of me that did nothing to help. There's no comms, no one's talking, which is unusual for Red Team. And we don't have a GCI, so we're blind, basically. You know what? We might come back to the 21 later. If I don't rage quit by then, we're gonna switch over and play some SAMs, I think. Try and play some SAMs. Or maybe another EWR. Like, I know we've got at least one EWR up, but I don't know how good the coverage is. I'm not sure I can see the coverage without switching slots. Triangles? They might have some triangles. No, they don't. I don't know if they've unlocked them, but they aren't using them. Somebody used up all our 29s, so we don't have any of those. We unlocked them, but we don't have any left. Use the Harrier. The Harrier's not on red. I'm not swapping teams to blue, and I don't think the Harrier's in this mission, because, like, the Harrier against the Cold War planes is just bullshit. It's got better missiles, it has the ability to see in the dark, like, as soon as more actual Cold War ground attack capable aircraft come out, the Harrier's getting removed from this server. And it'll only be added back in when the Sea Harrier comes out, because the Sea Harrier is an older aircraft. Hey, Raven. What am I doing? Red is pretty much all Soviet stuff, yeah. Okay. Oh, you know what helps? Circuit breakers, those help. There we go. Forgot to turn my APU off last time. Still learning this. What's the purpose of using a helicopter? Moving stuff. Transporting troops, transporting crates. So I'm going to try and set up a SAM site. There's also attack helicopters, so the Car-50, which I have but have never flown. I will fly it at some point. That's an attack helicopter, so I can use that to, you know, blow shit up, basically. Helps if I take the fuel shut-off valve off. Of course, the auto start is not running. What's your favorite modern aircraft to fly? Probably the MiG-29. Are we gonna spool up right engine? No, we're not. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. Oh, I know why. I accidentally forgot to move that switch over. What's with you and MiGs? I like them. I prefer them to Western aircraft because they just make sense to me. They're more interesting. I like the way they look, I like the way they fly, I like the way their systems are laid out. Why... What have I done now? Why is the right engine not running up? I've broken something, apparently. It's doing something. ERD. There's the ERD, whatever that is, for the right engine is turned off. What joystick do you use? Thrustmaster Warthog. Why the fuck? What have I done wrong? Alright, we'll turn that back off. Try that. Okay. I don't know what I've done, but the right engine is not very happy with me. It should be spooling up. Do I need to have that switch? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to auto start it. I've done something wrong. See, it's not even spooling. It should be. that's gonna help. It's just gonna take more power off the electrical system. Maybe I turn this off now? I don't know. I don't know how to do an air restart on the engine. But we might have to. Might have to. Try again. Like, I almost wonder if I flooded the engine because I left the fuel valve open for too long, but it's really not cooperating. Do any of you actually know how to air start an engine in this thing? Ah. No. That's an air system of some sort. Oh, god damn it. Are any of the breakers off? No, they're all on. I don't know what's happened. It's just... won't cooperate. Just go full... I am at full power. You heard about auto-rotation? I've done one by accident. Like, there we go. Right engine start. I'm at full power. And nothing is happening. The needle's not even moving. We'll just leave that on, I guess, and hope for the best. It's gonna flood the engine, though. I mean... presumably we can fly this thing on one engine, I just don't know how well. Not well, apparently. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a new helicopter. Fuck's sake. I don't know why that happened. I must have done something wrong, I just don't know what. Right. Let's see. Rotor brake off. Then we go over here. Battery power on. Up. Oh, breakers. Not that one. Doesn't matter. Tried from Georgia at war because I want to see what online frame rate's like. It's not pretty. It's very pretty actually, but the frame rate's crap. Yeah, I mean Georgia at war runs like garbage at the best of times though. It's a really laggy, stuttery server, which is part of the reason I stopped playing there and then I stopped enjoying PvE just in general. I guess we'll wait until the engines are started up before we start flipping switches. Just in case. Oh my god. We're still really... Oh, they do have a Mirage. There we go. We're horribly outnumbered and they have a Mirage. Fucking hell. What has happened to Red Team in my absence? Jesus. Now it's spinning. There we go. Oh, I did it, chat. I did it. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Something bad happened down there. So we're going to head about 130 from here, I guess. The main challenge is going to be remembering where I put this, so I can take the actual launcher to it. This is just a radar, but it's going to need a launcher as well. Really, you need 2 or 3 people to set up a SAM site, so you can do it quickly. But whatever. We do have the ability to mark our position on the knee board at least, so we can kind of use that to figure out where exactly we are. Try to see how to report a spammer in Discord. 2 instructions start with, first you'll need developer mode. Amazing. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to report, it's just blocking, which is kind of, Oh, bit of lag there. How about some growling sidewinder? Nah, fuck that. Look, there are 2 times I go on GS nowadays. One of them is if it's on the Able Archer mission, because that's actually at least somewhat decent. But last time I tried that, it was laggy as fucking people warping around the sky. The other reason is to break the rules of, well, not that there are really any rules. The other is to just meme on people. So, something I was planning to do, but he fucked it by putting the Vigan on blue instead of red team where it used to be. Was I was going to take a Vigan from Nulchik, sneak it through the mountains, land it on a road near Kutaisi where I was outside of their air defense coverage so they couldn't shoot me down with SAMs, and then just taxi it along the road to Kutaisi, reverse park it in a hangar while no one was looking, and then just gun anyone that taxied past the hangar. Because the ACAN pods had no ground safety, right? So you can just pull the trigger on the ground and they'll fire. So I was just going to park in one of their own hangars and shoot them as they passed me on the taxiway, until either somebody got pissed off enough to tell an admin, or I got bored. But I can't do it, because the Vigan's been moved to blue team, and the whole point is to meme on blue team, because all they, you know, like, red team on there at least tend to, you know, be a bit creative and do some interesting stuff. Blue team just rely on 10 spam rams from 40,000 feet. Yeah, or I run out of ammo, exactly. Like, the new mission on GS, Able Archer, is actually decent, but it has the growling sidewinder problem of having so many ground units, which nobody engages, by the way, that it just makes the server run like dog shit. So as soon as you get more than 40 people on the server, it just turns into teleporting and stuttering. But the Urban Thunder mission is just... the only thing that mission's good for is memes. Still outnumbered. That Pathfinder 50 guy is the Gazelle from last stream. Just double check my flares are on. Yep, they are. Still gotta bind that to something. I just don't know what. Tell you what, flying helicopters, or in IL-2 flying the 109 or the Yak, since they don't have rudder trim, is really a good substitute for leg day, because holy fuck, you get a workout. You get a real workout. So I think the ridgeline there is where I ended up putting my EWR. We'll see if it's still there, and we might try and place this near it. So then A, if they try and come near it, they should get shot. And B, it should give us a little bit of a safety net in this area where they don't really want to fly as much. was interesting. I guess if you pass a certain power setting, it overtorques the engine or something. Because it did not like what I just did at all. Oh my god, please trim. Oh right, the autopilot would have shut off because the generator went out. Oh my god, we're gonna lose the mission because our team just... I don't know. No one did any air-to-ground stuff, and then we had no coverage when I tried to do it, so I just got shot down. Suddenly feeling very tired and a bit ill, gonna head to bed. Alright man, sleep well. And yeah, I'm probably gonna head off pretty soon as well. I'm really fucking dozy at the moment. Like I said, I've been up since about 6 PM last night, so... I'm a very tired boy. We got 3 MiG-21s. I don't know if they're doing any air-to-ground, but I strongly doubt it. I could go drop ground units at one of the objectives. The problem is that you have to kill the enemy units there as well. I don't have time to go back and pick up like a tank or a BMP or something. Or even infantry. Like, it'll take me 15 minutes just to get... Even if I turn around now, it'll take me 15 just to get back to the FARP and rearm. So, we've lost this mission, basically. Oh, really? Whoa. Why is the generator not happy with me? Oh, we're actually a bit fast here. Maybe that's why it's not happy with me. Pretty sure this was the ridge where I dropped the EWR. It looks like it might be gone. Or actually, was it the next one? I think it was this one. Yeah, it was. And it would have been right around there where I'm looking. So I guess they must have popped it. Oh, I think I see just the top of it peeking out, maybe. Well, actually, that's probably my wreckage. Yeah, that's probably my wreckage from my last helicopter. Don't die. I probably will, but also we're about to lose the mission because we've been outnumbered like 2 to 1 for most of it. And my team were not doing ground objectives, apparently. We had a shitload of like all the MiG-21 slots almost were full, but nobody was doing any ground strike, and there was such poor cap that when I tried doing it with the Su-25, I got shot down. So I don't know what's going on with this team today, but it is not pretty. I think that's my EWR. Yeah, it is. They got it. The bastards. Please no VRS. Oh, shit, we're in VRS. Come on, come on. No, I've lost it. I've lost it. Ah, fuck. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, so close. My first landing of the day was fine, but this one hasn't been quite so good. It's just me and one other guy anyway, so whatever. I think I've lost my wheel on that side. I've broken my rad out, probably amongst other things. Almost, almost. Oops. Not that it matters, because we are about to lose a mission and cycle to the next one, but let's unload this. Yeah, we got no wheel on the right side, which is going to make picking up the next crate kind of interesting. Oops, 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 oops. Put the power on too fast. It really didn't like that at all. What's up with those fans? They're to keep you cool. That's what's up with them. The MiG-24, the Mi-24 has a similar thing. Actually, a lot of Soviet military vehicles have essentially just desk fans in them for crew comfort. I think after this flight, once like when the mission switches over, I'm just gonna hop off. I'm really tired, guys. Like I said, it was gonna be a short stream. It was just I decided to hop on because I didn't really have much else to do. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll see. If I do, I'll probably do some Halo. The window's open. I forgot to close it. That's why it's so loud. So yeah, if I'm on tomorrow, I might do a bit of Halo. Maybe some DCS. We'll see. Maybe a bit of both. Well, I mean, if nothing else, I'm getting better at hovering this. My landings still need work, but I can land it. Sort of. And I can definitely hover it, just not very precisely. It only took me about 2 minutes to pick up my first crate today, and my second crate took me about 10 seconds. So, we are getting better. I still prefer the actual, like, real sling loading over the CTLD stuff. But I don't think that we can use the real sling loading for many things. Like, Alpin said if he could have that for everything, he would, but apparently to get the mission to work right with the scripting, you have to have the CTLD stuff. I guarantee that MiG-21's not going to be hitting ground targets if he's even, like, airborne. Might be AFK. Well, I wanted to do some Su-25 stuff, but if you have no air coverage and you just get nailed by F5s, what's the point, right? I just love how concerned this guy looks. He's seen some shit. He's flown with me enough times to know how this is gonna end. Real sure about the trimming system on this. I feel like I was better off with the other setting I used. Oops. Keep doing that. It seems to really not like it when you put a lot of power on quickly. Which is something to bear in mind in the future, I guess. Trying to find a far. I may have gone too far. Or not far enough, I'm not sure. Might be down here. Oh yeah, it's further down in front of me. That's probably the server switching mission, I think. Looks like it. So I think I will find someone to send you guys along to. Just as soon as I can get back to the main menu. So for those who weren't here earlier in the stream, the MiG-21 Phase 1 update, so the external model, the new liveries and everything was supposed to drop today. But ED didn't tell any of the third-party devs that today's patch was a hotfix patch and not a an update patch. So it sounds like everyone's been affected. Apparently Razbam got screwed as well because they had a whole bunch of updates for the Harrier which didn't get added. Oh, it's 2 towns. Oh, it's tempting. But I am kind of too tired to fly. We'll do 2 towns next time, I guess. See where I can send you guys along to. So yeah, next patch, hopefully, should bring the new features for the Harrier and the MiG-21. But yeah, when you guys hear me saying that, you know, ED doesn't communicate with its devs, its third parties, this is what I mean. A lot of them don't find out this shit until after we do. Because it sounds like a bunch of the third parties got screwed by this. I will send you along to Dub, I think. It's playing DCS at the moment. It's been a while since we dropped a raid on Dub. There we go. So that should be all set up and ready to go. Thanks again for watching, guys. I know I said I wouldn't stream today, last stream, but I'm terrible at keeping promises. I just got a bit bored, so I figured why not. I will possibly be back on tomorrow, I don't know. I wish I could tell you with certainty, but we'll be doing some Halo and probably some DCS next time I'm on anyway. In the meantime, enjoy Dub. I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.